What's going on, guys? It is Knives here, and today I'm going to be reviewing these King Palm Slims. So as far as I'm aware, you can't get these in the UK unless it's from a specialty head shop. I don't know why they don't sell them in the UK, but they just don't. So as you can see on the top there, it says 2 for $2.49. I actually paid £6 for these. I don't know what the conversion rate is, so if somebody wants to work that out, you can, but these are obviously overpriced because they've been imported. So on the back, it explains a little bit about it. I'm just going to read that out now. It says, King Palm natural leaf rolls are individually handmade. All leaves are hand-picked and cleaned with purified water before rolled. The leaves are very slow burning and resilient. It's best to keep them stored in a cool and dark environment. These leaves are from the flowering tree of the Cordia borage family, grown on our farms across parts of Southeast Asia. Natural for this product means these leaves were not grown with toxic fertilizers and were not treated with harmful or artificial flavors. No harm to the environment is done when the leaves are cut from the tree. New leaves appear after a short period of time. Our production practices are sustainable, and the leaf, corn husk and paper are all biodegradable. So these are 100% natural right here. So as you can see, I have opened this up and I have smoked one already. I've smoked one of each from the packs that I got, just to see what they were like before I reviewed them, just as a little treat to myself over Christmas. And I actually really enjoyed these. So it says that these hold about 1.25 grams. I don't understand why these hold 1.25s, but these two packs, which are also slim, hold 1.5. I don't know what that little 0.25 difference makes, but it's there for some reason. It also depends on, obviously, how chunky you grind your weed, how fine it breaks down, blah blah blah, etc etc. But yeah, as a rough estimate, these hold 1.25. So I'm going to open this up. I noticed that these little press shut baggy things were really hard to open when I first got into them. It took me a really long time to pull them apart. But they smell like... they smell a bit weird. They smell just like just like dry leaves. Obviously it doesn't smell like a blunt because there's no tobacco in these. It just kind of smells like... it smells a little bit like tea, to be honest. But that's probably just because it's a natural leaf. So each of these packs come with 2 pre-rolled leaves that you have to stuff yourself. They each come with one of these King Palm stuffers. I don't know if you can see that. It says King Palm on it. This one's a little bit dirty because I've been using it to poke bowls and stuff, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I've got 3 of these because I bought 3 packs, so it doesn't really matter. But these are actually really cool. For all the pre-rolled cones and stuff that I've bought before, they do come with stuffers, but they're either usually plastic or really skinny little sticks that are just shit and they snap. These are really good. I've been using these to poke down my joints and shit, and then, like I just said, poke down my bowls. I've got a raw one. I've got a raw one as well, but the raw one is obviously longer, but it's also a little bit skinnier. But yeah, this is cool. I like this. So I've already stuffed this one, as you can see, but what you're supposed to do is basically grind down your weed, put it out on your rolling tray or whatever you're rolling on, and then just kind of scoop it in and push it down like that. Scoop and push to make sure. What I do, which most British people do anyway, I think, maybe it's European, but I've seen that Americans don't do for some reason, is tap it, because it makes it a hell of a lot easier and more consistent than when you're stuffing it. Just tap it down a little bit and it all falls and compacts itself. It works both ways, so just do what you feel more comfortable with, but I prefer to initially stuff it in the bottom just to make sure it gets right down to the bottom, and then once it's about here, keep stuffing and just keep tapping and lightly packing. You can see that I haven't stuffed it completely to the brim. There's about a millimetre or 2 of just empty roll. I prefer to do it this way because it just makes it burn more even, I feel, but if you want to stuff it till it's overflowing, then by all means you do it. You might even be able to fit more than 1.25 grams in it if you do that. So enough talk, I'm just going to spark this up and we're going to review it. Got the Flamingo lighter back, by the way, if anybody remembers that. This is my favourite lighter, this is my original lighter. I refilled it. It's going to die soon. I think the flint's going, but yeah. So on the first hit there, the flavour is weird. It doesn't taste like anything I've ever tasted before. It tastes a bit like a paper, but there's something else there as well underneath it, which I'm assuming is the leaf. Thing that I forgot to mention earlier when I took it out of the packet is, I don't know if this is because it's imported and it's dried out over time, but these feel quite brittle. And when I smoked, I don't know where the packet is, I smoked one of these banana cream ones in a different video that I'll leave the link to here somewhere. And that's a squeeze and pop. This one's not a squeeze and pop, so I don't need to risk cracking it, but when I squeezed the squeeze and pop on the other one, it cracked. And I don't know, somebody leave me a comment telling me if that's because it's old or if they're just a little bit flimsy. When I was stuffing this one, I was a little bit scared that I was gonna crack it because they are a bit flimsy, to be fair. They're a little bit dry. Obviously not so dry that whilst you're stuffing it's just gonna break in half, but if you're a bit rough it will probably break and then you're fucked because these aren't cheap over here. Another thing that I've noticed on a lot of pre-rolls is that the filter is usually about half the fucking joint or blunt or whatever you're smoking, but this filter it ends around there. It's about the size of a normal hand-rolled filter, and this black band here that says King Palm on it, you're told not to take this off because if you do, the whole thing unravels. And this little filter here is basically just a little bit of cork. When I'm finished smoking this, I will unwrap it and show you, but it's not like a paper filter or anything like that. It's cork, and I think that's really weird, but also I suppose you could reuse it if you wanted to. I think that'd be a bit gross, but if you're really, really struggling, you could. So I realised that I actually didn't show you what the King Palm looked like before I started this video, and I'm already halfway down it, so I'm going to do my best to just kind of give you a little twist there. It's just a green leaf with a black band around it, but it looks pretty cool. If I saw somebody smoking one of these out in public, I would be interested, because it doesn't look like a cigarette. And it doesn't look like a joint, but it's not like brown like a blunt. So I'd probably be asking what it was if I saw it. Wouldn't ask to hit it though. There's Ronies and stuff. So I'm just gonna jump in and rate it. For looks, this is gonna get an, I was gonna say 8 then. I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's interesting, but it's just a leaf. It's just a green leaf. This little black accent there where it says King Palm is very nice. I like that. Makes it look, I want to say regal, but I don't think that's the right word. No, it probably is, because king and like, yeah, makes it look regal. It makes it feel like it's fancy. So yeah, I am going to give it an 8. 8 for looks. 5 for smell. It just smelled like a dry leaf. And for taste, I am going to give this... I'm going to give it a 7. I can taste the leaf and it tastes a little bit just like paper. The way you would if you were smoking just an average joint. And I can taste my weed pretty nicely, so... Did I say 6 or did I say 7? Six. Nah, we're gonna go 6 because even though it tastes clean, it does taste like something that's not just weed. So I'm gonna give this a 6, and I think that averages it out to be 8, 5, 6, 7. They're not bad enough to be a 6. So I'm going to rate these King Palm Slims 7 out of 10. I don't think these ones are worth £6 for a pack of 2. I'd probably lower it a bit to like maybe $3.50 if they made them over here like full time. But yeah, they're good. I like them. This review's been a bit all over the place. I'm really fucking scatterbrained at the minute. My brain is just away with the fucking fairies. I'm sorry. I apologise for that. Yeah, if you can't already tell, I fucking braided myself, so I'm not having a great time. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like these. Leave me a comment telling me if you tried these, if you're in the UK, and leave me a comment telling me if you tried these anywhere else in the world. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.